Hello, everyone. Will the FHE fanboy back again with another VHS update. So, you might notice that the bed sheet in this video compared to the last three is different. Yeah, that's because I am filming this one in my mother's former bedroom before she moved out. Because my cat is sleeping in my bedroom, so I didn't want to disturb her. And I am filming this the morning after I got the tape that you are about to see. Because yesterday I was helping my grandma with yard work. We were picking up sticks and branches that were on the ground. There was a huge pile of them in our front yard, and we cleared them off. And we're going to throw them into the woods today. But after all that, and after me ripping the tape, I was really tired and fell asleep at 7 p.m., which is a lot earlier than I usually end up going to sleep. And I woke up again at 4. It is almost 6 right now as I am recording this. And without any further ado, I'm going to show you the tape that arrived yesterday and that I captured yesterday. And I'm planning on uploading to the channel today. It is the 1986 slipcover reprint of The Bear Who Slept Through Christmas. Yeah, that's my cat. She's meowing. Well, it's technically a 1985 reprint because the tape inside is from 1985, as you can see by the orange sticker sticking out. Product code is F347, the same product code as the original 1983 release had. There's the top flap. There's the other side. And here is the back. And this is the 1-hour version of the 1985 VHS. It does not have public domain cartoons at the end, but I'm beginning to wonder if the original 1983 version had public domain cartoons at all. Because the pictures that I've seen of the original cover from the back, they're blurry, but it looks like the back cover description on the original big box release from 1983 is exactly the same, in that it also mentions plus 2 exciting cartoon featurettes, Teddy's Thanksgiving and Christmas Comes to Monster Mountain. Now, I don't know if that was just something that they updated when they re-released the video in 1984, as per Mr. Servo Retro's copy he uploaded to archive.org that has those storybook segments, and the original has public domain cartoons like I'm thinking it does. But it's possible that the original could have just had those storybook segments and a selection of trailers at the end, probably the 1983 Filmation trailers that they've been putting on their tapes starting around that time. But anyway, there is the back cover. I really like this special. It's the Teddy Bear franchise is a very fascinating enigma in animation history because it started in the 1970s with this one special, and then in the 80s they brought it back, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit, with the special The Great Bear Scare and a whole new line of books and merchandise, and one more special that was done with live-action puppets, which I do not have on video as of this recording, Ted E. Bear Cub Reporter. And the difference between this special and the 1980s Teddy Bear media is just night and day. especially regarding Tommy Smothers' performance in Teddy Bear as Teddy Bear in this special compared to his performance in Great Bear Scare and Cub Reporter and everything else Teddy Bear related that came in the 80s. Because it's almost like he's playing two completely different characters. Like in this one, he's playing this guy that kind of slurs all his words, and he tries talking like this, and it's this kind of performance. Whereas in the 80s stuff, he's a lot more normal in his delivery. He seems to be treating Ted like he's some kind of corporate mascot, like Mickey Mouse or anybody that's animated corporate mascot that's trying to be a good role model for the kids. He seems to be putting on more of that kind of performance in the later stuff. It's a similar voice, but the delivery is very, very different. So anyway, you've seen the cover now. Here is the tape. As you can see, it's got that nice aluminum and green label with the 1984 FHE logo at the top. I checked the tape for mold. It does not have any. And I had to end up doing 2 transfers of this because starting at the 7-minute mark in the first one, the VCR started getting all snowy, and I had to stop the capture and take the tape out and clean the heads. And then after I cleaned the heads, I popped the tape back in, and it played smoothly the whole way through. So there's your view of the label. And the print date is November 6th, 1985. So that's a big indicator to you that this is the later release and not the original from 1983. It's the later release. I'm assuming when it came out in 1985, I'm assuming it came in the gray box packaging, of which there is a beta copy available on eBay, or the 1983 big box packaging design would simply be repurposed with the MGMUA references removed and those covered up by the 1984 FHE logo, despite the 1981 FHE logo being everywhere else on the box. Kind of like some tapes that I have, like the 1985 reissue of the Care Bears in the Land Without Feelings. All right, let's get the tape back in the case here. And before I end off this VHS update, I'm going to show you some of my other Ted E. Bear tapes, including my other copy of The Bear Who Slept Through Christmas that I wanted this to be the replacement for, and my 2 copies of The Great Bear Scare. All right. And here's the other copy that I have. This one is much more common, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because this copy that I have right here is recorded in SLP mode. And yeah, that means the video and audio quality are awful. And it does not have the extra stuff at the end. It just has the trailer for the 1989 batch of Christmas Classic series with all Rankin Bass specials. And it has the special itself, and then that's it. It ends with the 84 FHE logo at the end, and then it stops. Pretty bare bones released this. I wanted to replace it with one that was actually good and one that had all the extra stuff at the end. As you can see, there is the tape label. And yeah, look at that. Look how little tape there is in there. That's enough tape for like a 15-minute program, not 30 minutes. And is there a Is there a print date down there? No, it doesn't look like there is. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's that piece of junk tape. Yeah, this one is much better. I'm glad I finally got that one. And my copies of the other Teddy Bear special, The Great Bear Scare. This one is the original big box release from 1984. There's the spine. As you can see, the spine is heavily faded. And there's the top flap with a 1984 copyright date down there. And here's the other spine with the product code being F381. And here's the bottom. And here is the back cover. Distributed exclusively in the USA by MGMUA Home Video. And for those wondering, no, this copy does not contain Teddy Bear storybook segments on it. This one is the version that has 2 bonus Popeye cartoons after the main feature. Those 2 being 2 of the Popeye color specials from the late 30s. Those being Popeye the Sailor meets Sinbad the Sailor and Aladdin and his wonderful lamp. And it does not have any trailers at the end. I was meaning to upload this when I got it back in September of 2025, but there were chunks of the Popeye cartoon that kept getting the video blocked. I could have edited those chunks out, but I thought, no, I don't think it's worth it just editing out chunks of the cartoon just so the video can stay up. I'd be like, what's the point in even watching it then, you know? So I didn't upload it, unfortunately. Sorry, people. One day I hope I can get it onto the Internet Archive. They're a lot more lax about copyright over there. Hold on a second, guys. Gotta get the tape out of the package. Yeah, there we go. There we are. And here is the tape. There it is, boys. It's in the tape tray that it came with. The Great Bear Scare, original 1984 edition. There is the tape inside of there. And if we pop the tape out, there should be a sticker that... Oh, there's no sticker. It says print date. I thought there was. I thought there was a print date sticker here, but apparently there wasn't. Or there may have been a print date sticker and it just fell off before I even got the tape. So yeah, there's that one. And here is the other copy that I have of it. A slipcover reprint. This is not the 1987 slipcover reprint. This one is from I believe, the end of the 80s. So yeah. Main reason why I believe this is because of the box design. It does not have a strip down here. It does not have a strip on the spine that shows the MCA Distribution Corporation logo on it. It's structured more like an 1989 and 1990s release is. So yeah, there's the other spine. There is the first spine. Funnily enough, it says video cassette down here, like the original 1984 cover did. They probably just forgot to edit that out. Just forgot to take it out. And there is the top. Interestingly enough, it still lists a 1984 copyright year at the top. Yeah, it's something that happens with my slipcover reprint of A Very Merry Cricket 2, where they left the 1985 copyright date at the top. And my slipcover reprint of A Merry Murthering Christmas, which also leaves its 1985 copyright at the top. And there is the back. And as you can see, it has the exclusively distributed by MCA thing at the top right at the barcode. They moved it there for tapes at the end of the 80s. So yeah, there's the back cover. This one just has the special itself, none of the extra stuff at the end. And it's bookended with the 1986 IVE logo at the end. And I think this one might have come out in the 90s, because if you see on the background of the label, that's the triangle that appears in the 1992 Live Entertainment logo. So I think this copy might have been made in the 90s. And as you can see by the small amount of tape there, this one is also in SLP mode, which is why I haven't bothered uploading it, because I don't want to give you guys crappy quality videos. There it is down there. And despite this copy being from the 90s, it still uses the 1984 FHE logo at the beginning, whereas the original release used the 1981 logo. Anybody can tell me what this means down here? Might have been a print from 1997, I don't know. I don't know how to read this like other print date things. Got 82 down there. I don't know why I'm showing you these. They don't have anything on them. There's a barcode right there. So yeah, there's my VHS update for you for the day. So my teddy bear videos and welcoming in the new one that I just got, as well as a bit of a lore discussion about the teddy bear franchise as a whole. Dang, this might be my longest VHS update yet. It's 18 minutes long right now. So I'm just going to end off the video right here. See you later.